Well, it depends on how much it holds up. Okay, first off, why is there momentum in this game? Mario and Sonic have momentum, but in those games, especially Sonic, you move really fast in those games. Here, you just walk. It makes the controls feel more sluggish. You can also spin, and I know I just complained about the slow walking, but man, this is too fast. The level design is full of cheat tricks, and there are a lot of them in this game. But there are also these bombs that take away half your health, and they're everywhere. It might be so bad, but they use them for gotcha moments like putting them behind foregrounds or just tricky spots to avoid. You also have to take leaps of faith, it's not always clear where you have to go, and it's not always clear what hurts you. Bottom line, there's a lot of trial and error. However, once you know what to do, the game does get noticeably better, and you know what, the graphics are not great, but I imagine they are like the cartoon, and Taz's animations are fun to watch. The music is bad, but is tolerable. With that said, I'll give this a 1 out of 5. Well, it once again asks the only question we ask on this show: does it still hold up? Klonoa 2 is a 2.5D game. You can move left and right and jump. You can also float in the air, which serves as a double jump, but also as a triple jump. This is where Klonoa's main mechanic comes in. You can grab enemies with Klonoa's ring. Klonoa is actually more of a puzzle platformer than an action one. There is some action in this game. You can throw enemies at other enemies, but you can also use them to do a double jump. You often have to use this ability to progress. The puzzle is when to use the right ability at the right time. This may sound very simple, but there are enemies that have different functions when you grab them, and each stage has its own gimmick, so it never gets boring. There are also sliding levels which are kind of fun and help add variety. The boss fights are well done. Again, they're kind of like a puzzle. You gotta dodge their attacks and figure out when's the best time to strike. The only real complaint I have is that some of these levels go on a bit too long. There are also limited lives and they are saved to your save file, but honestly, you'll never game over in this game. With that said, I'll give this the first 5 out of 5 in this whole series. So with that, I'm still waiting for this to be ported to the Switch. The Video Game Hardware Handbook. But I've actually grown to really enjoy the... Oh god. A bad game. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! The handbook itself is fairly heavy, however, there are a lot of pages, so that's kind of to be expected. It has a lot of handheld and gaming consoles in here. The thing I like about it is that there's actually a lot of obscure gaming consoles in here, like the GameMate, the Amiga 500, and the Sinclair ZX80. There's even some systems that I never even heard of before. There's even interesting facts for well-known ones like the Mega Jam. There's a lot of interesting trivia overall in this system. I've actually learned a few things from this magazine that I never knew before. Another thing I like is that each console has its own page design. There's a section that shows off the games for the systems. Overall, it's really good quality. So the handbook is really good. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. Anyways, that'll be all for the... F-Zero X is faster and more intense than the first game. The graphics are not in 3D. The graphics are simple, but is done to allow 30 races on a track to twist and flip, and all runs at 60 frames per second. However, it's just as hard as the first game. However, it is a fun sort of hard. If you have an N64 and you don't have this game, why? What are you doing? It's more fun even with the N64's awful controller.